Hey everybody, this is the Hurdy Burg Internet Broadcast Network live from the state-of-the-art studios right here in Round Rock, Texas, and we are two fabulous guests today. Those two guests that will be with us, Trish Eggman, as an online strategy partner and managing partner of Crossover Consulting, and then I have Miss Bridget Starkey. She's a professional organizer and owner of Cure for Space, and also been networking for a lot of years. So welcome, ladies.
Thanks for having us. Hello.
Well, that's awesome. You two are together, right, in the same room, correct?
Yes.
You two are never apart. You know that? I'm kidding. I'm kidding with you. I know you guys are real excited about No, and Trish, I know that part of the questions you wanted me to ask you was, and either one of you can address this, can you tell me what No is all about?
Yeah, No is an acronym, and it stands for Knowledge Network Our Way. We created it it's a networking group for professional women, and we wanted it for women that have really created their own brand or business. And so that's how it kind of came about, of being the Knowledge Network Our Way.
And that's awesome. And so since we have our two guests on here, Trish and Bridget, let's start with Trish. Let's give our listening audience a brief introduction, if you don't mind.
Okay. Well, like I said, I'm an online strategy partner. I'm managing partner of Crossover Consulting. I've been networking for, nearly 10 years now, I guess, in this area. And oftentimes I've been known to being that one that's connected, the one that people say, hey, if you need to know someone, you need to know Trish. And in fact, I met Bridget at networking when I had my brainstorming B2B networking group several years ago. And that's how we stayed connected. And like I said, we're often at the same place at the same time, and used her services, and we decided to start the networking group together because we found a need for it.
And that's super. And Bridget, let's go ahead and introduce yourself, if you don't mind, to our listening audience.
Sure. My name is Bridget Starkey. I'm a transported Germany person. I have lived here since 1972, and I'm a professional organizer and owner of Cure for Space. I've also been networking for several years, and that's, of course, how I know Trish. And my clients, really, my organizing clients, are really benefiting from my network, and I'm kind of hoping that the No network that we have started is going to expand that.
And we're getting ready to talk a lot about that. This is a perfect time for me to thank my show sponsor, that's CPR Cell Phone Repair in Round Rock, Texas. They are the exclusive sponsor for 2015 for the Hurdy Burg Broadcast Network, and they are located in Round Rock at La Frontera. And I don't know about you ladies, but if you ever break your screen or need your phone fixed or a tablet, they're a great place to go. And you guys can find them at cellphonerepair.com. That's cellphonerepair.com. Hey guys, thanks for being on the show tonight, and I'm actually really excited for you guys to tell us a little bit about No. And I don't mind in this format if both of you want to chime in on your thoughts and opinions, but let's talk a little bit about how and why did you guys start the No Network group?
Well, we started No after one of the groups that we had been attending closed, and we felt that there was kind of a void. We knew other women were also looking for something other than the usual typical networking groups where you just go and exchange business cards. And so we kind of created a checklist of what we liked about the various networking groups that we had gone to. We talked to different women. We really created the group from that, of knowing what other people were wanting, what we felt were the best aspects of networking. Of course, we left out the things that we didn't like. And that's how we kind of created it from all the years of our networking put together.
And what I'm going to throw this question in, which I hope I don't throw you a curveball, but so what were some of the issues that you guys were seeing, because you started No for a reason. You thought there was a void. Can you tell us a little bit about the void you guys were seeing?
I think having that real niche of being able to connect, not just having, like I said, where you just go and just collect business cards and have a stack of cards on your desk that you don't ever do anything with, and just really being the professional connecting women, and as you know, women really connect on a different level. We network differently than men do. And so having that as a unique way of connecting with women without having that feeling of, okay, well, I have to track my referrals. I have to, make sure to give people information of, different people that I'm connected to, and just really connecting on a more, I guess, professional but yet relaxed atmosphere.
Right, and where a group of women can get together, not feel intimidated, and be able to network really exclusively, and I would even say probably intimately at that level, correct?
Correct, yeah.
Okay, and so, what did you say, Bridget?
Not being so concentrated on selling, actually, just more on connecting.
So instead of coming in and saying, I sell XYZ widget you need to buy right now, typical network mistake, right?
Exactly.
Yes.
Hey, so where do you guys meet? And when do you meet?
We meet at the Art House often on 11505 Anderson Mill Road. That's near Highway 620. It's a very private event center. Without the restaurant noise, which was really important to us, not having any screaming kids in the background. We have our own caterer there who uses the kitchen there. Trish Preston is her name. And she prepares custom meals, even regarding any special diet restrictions any one of our attendees may have.
So, and what times do y'all generally meet, if you don't mind me asking?
We meet every third Thursday, and we start networking, checking in about 6 o'clock in the evening. So it's an evening event. That way, women that aren't able to go to the typical networking groups during the day can come in the evening. And we then do our networking, our meals, and out of there by 8:30.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And so when you guys say it's an art house, is it kind of an art house you meet at? Is it an actual art house with a conference room?
It's just the name of the event center.
Okay, that's what I just had to ask. So I'm kind of curious. Hey, so you guys obviously have a type of woman business person you're looking for, right? Can you guys go into detail and describe to me the kind of women you're looking for to be a part of this network?
Okay, now here we go. This is sometimes a little hard to understand, but basically it's just very easy. We're looking for women that have created their own brand or business. That means they have actually either developed something, or they have just started a business on their own. What would you call that?
Being in the trenches of creating something from the ground up.
Yes, exactly. The women like that are confronted with a number of issues when you're creating your own business. You'd like developing your own logo, developing a website, a mission statement, a client base, and etc. So we are understanding what those women need, and that's what we are focusing on. So those kind of women that are looking for help in any one of those areas are the ones we really welcome, because we can help them.
And so my question is, when you say build a business or brand, you want these women, right, to be kind of in their own small business or in business for themselves, right? They're entrepreneur types. Is that what you're looking for?
Yes. Not necessarily working for anybody, but just on their own, yes.
Now, I know this is a real difficult question. How do you guys handle multi-level networks?
That is something we have been approached with, and that was one of the things, like I mentioned earlier, about the checklist of what people didn't like about different networking groups. And that was something that we thought long and hard about. Women that are in those different multi-level marketings, yes, that's their business, and they dedicate a lot of time to that, but they haven't really gone through all the trenches of what a professional or what an individual businesswoman would have as far as having everything that they had to build. They're basically given a business in a box. And so, I mean, and I've done those businesses, and so has Bridget, But it's just a different mindset for those businesses.
So you're really looking for the entrepreneur woman that's got a business and a brand that's in the process of they've either developed the logo, website, they're going through the trenches of learning bookkeeping or outsourcing that. They're really operating as on their own, and this is a great support network group, and both support and networking, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I would just say one disclaimer, Herdy, that if, let's say, a skincare artist or a professional organizer that uses particular products, so like if they're a makeup artist and they happen to use a particular brand as one of their brands, as their tool, then that's
Sure.
different. You know, as long as they're not having that as their main sales, that they come in and say, I'm selling this,
Right.
then, you know.
Yeah, I get that. That makes total sense. So, sounds fun. So, Trish or Bridget, or both of you can answer this question. What makes you different? There's lots of network groups with different, philosophies. Some are buy-in, right, with a monthly fee. You've got the meetups. You've got individuals that created them. What makes the No Network, what makes you unique and different?
Well, several things, really, but like when we were doing different research, we found out that there were other networking groups that charged a yearly fee, plus then you had to buy your lunch and go to the different meetings, and that was another fee. And we didn't really think that was fair. You know, you pay your fee, and then you have to pay more fees to actually participate. And so that's one of the main things, is that there's no monthly fee, there's no yearly annual membership or anything, you just pay per meeting.
The other thing is that in the majority of the groups that you attend, you have to listen to everybody's elevated speech, but still don't really feel connected with them. Because all you hear is, here's who I am, and this is what I do. And we introduce everybody in our meeting, but we're really kind of making it more a theme. And so our intros can include something like, for example, in October, we had everybody bring a picture or tell us about their favorite Halloween costume.
Oh,
and
wow,
really,
okay.
really, really hiccup. So there's always something happening other than just, here I am, this is me, this is my business. There's always more to it than that.
And I would say that that's totally different in the sense that you're getting more into the personal side of get to know you people, right? So the women that are in your group. So to me, that's kind of cool. You get to know something about somebody that you may never have known if you're just doing elevator pitches, right?
Yeah, exactly. Plus, we don't always know what other people know, and that's where we have the emphasis of sharing their knowledge. There's things that, each of us knows that might not really pertain to our particular business, but it's something that we can know and share. So each meeting, we also have a speaker that highlights a particular theme, and we're doing pre-presentation videos. We're doing a video of their presentation during the show or during the networking group. And then we have the After the Know, where we will answer and touch on a couple topics that we might not gotten into during the actual network meeting. And I'll put in a thank you for you on that for helping us with these. And
no problem.
That's really something that we really appreciate, and we've gotten a lot of great feedback on the fact of the presentations being very knowledge-based. And here again, the knowledge network.
Yeah, especially when you've got these great speakers that you are in contact with, Trish. I know, and Bridget, y'all bring in. They are really high-end speakers. I know we were trying to get Anita last night, a professional coach on, and you guys are going to have all sorts of great high-end presentations that people can learn from. I mean, I think that's awesome. And you're shooting a video of it, which means you have it archived for your group, which will increase membership. So that's awesome. And how's it going?
Yeah,
y'all just started, so how's it going?
I think it's going great. Like I said, at last meeting, we were all rolling in the aisles. We all it was so fun. The laughter and everything was just contagious. That itself, you don't get that in other networking groups.
So it's a fun group.
Yeah, absolutely.
You tell jokes and laugh. Oh my goodness. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay. So tell me, now that we talked a little bit about these presentation interviews you all allow, and you video it, you put it up on YouTube, and then you put it on your Facebook group, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Can you give us an example of the type of speakers, like who are some of the upcoming speakers that we might know about, or tell us a little bit about them?
Well, you already mentioned Anita Lane. She's a real-life transformation coach. She's coming up in November. In January, we have Homily Austin. She's an extraordinary bookkeeper. And after that, we're going to have a woman called Jackie Dana, who we think is a blogging guru. And she tells us all about blogs and how to do them.
And, that's huge, because so many of these women that are in business, and men too, but let's talk about the women, because that's what this is all about. I hear this all the time. Trish and Bridget, feel free to comment on this. How many of the clients that you're working with, do they even understand blogging? Do they get even how to start? Do they get how to start a social group site or a social network? Are you finding that to be a pretty common issue when you deal with some of your clients?
Yeah, it's one of those things that they say, yeah, I know we need to do that, but I'm going to set this over here on the side. I'll get to it eventually, and then it never happens.
Our nightmare. I don't know where to start or begin, but it's not going to be today. I get it. Okay. So that's great. And these speakers are ongoing. So these are the next 3, but you guys are going to have this expanding into lots of speakers. I'm sure you're going to invite me to speak on YouTube at some point. Right? Right. Okay.
Well, you know.
I'll put a wig on. All right. So do you have other events other than your network group? Do you guys going to have some outsourced kind of wagon wheel feelers off this group that you people can attend and get to know each other better?
Yeah, we've got some happy hours, of course, planned. We're thinking about doing those quarterly, so 4 times a year. Even though we're not having a network meeting in December, we're going to have a December-themed holiday party. Right now, tentatively dated December 4th. We'll know a little bit more about that and the location and all. But, yeah, we definitely have some other events that, going to be the outside of the typical networking group as well.
And with that, I know you guys really kind of just got started with this no network, but I know you guys, right? And so I'm just going to ask it. Obviously, you have ideas for expansion, and would you mind expanding on that a little bit?
Oh, certainly, yes. We do have ideas for expansion. Actually, we have set ourselves some timelines for that. We definitely want to get into South Austin first because we are North Austin right now. We also want to have more locations in the greater Austin area, but that will come after the South Austin. We have someone expressed interest in Houston, and there's a possibility to go to Corpus.
And so you guys really do have that in the future plans to kind of build this nice network group in major areas and get all these women together. Just for our listening audience tonight, Trish and Bridget, and I'm going to ask you to do me a favor once you tell me what social networks are and where they can find you. I want to get those links from you guys so that we can put them on your custom player when the show's over. So what is the best ways for people that hear this podcast to find you, to get involved? What social networks are you focused on?
Well, our website is knownetwork.net, so KNOW network.net. There you can find our logos and everything for our different social media. That's where you also will reserve your seat for the next meetings. Our Facebook is No Network ATX, No Net ATX, excuse me. KNOWNET-ATX is our Facebook and Twitter. The LinkedIn groups have a funky, long URL to it, and so I'll send you that.
I'll copy that for you. Okay, that's cool. All right, and what else?
Yeah.
YouTube?
We have a YouTube, of course, No Network, and then we just recently signed up with Meetup. We decided
awesome.
to give it a shot, and we're on a Meetup as well.
Yeah, because a lot of people are already in meetup groups, and they can find this through that directory, correct? So it just gives you another avenue to be found, which is awesome. I will be getting those links from you two and making sure that on your custom player on the social network page, they'll be able to click these directly to those and add themselves and like your pages and join, which is fabulous. So what I missed?
Major focus to be a resource, to be a place where you can meet somebody that does not just want to sell you something, to actually the woman that we are renting the room from every month, she is using us, the No Network, to elevate her business with her event center, and I think this is a great combination that we couldn't have wished for better. And it's just it's not a lot of money to come every month. It's $25, and you prepay, and you are in your industry is individual every meeting. Eventually, you will have a huge member database to look at where everybody that has ever attended more than 3 times will be on it, and you can search for people if you can't remember who they are.
Super, and I want to thank Trish and Bridget for being on the Hardy Burke Internet Broadcast Network, and this podcast will be up on YouTube. We'll see y'all next week. See everybody around the corner on the Hardy Burke Internet Broadcast Network. This will also be posted on the Hardy Burke Broadcast Network Facebook group page. We'll see you guys, Trish and Bridget. I'll see you guys next week because I know we're going to have a meeting on Google Hangouts. Okay, we're going to learn Hangouts. So we'll see everybody. Good night.